Headline news most affecting Chilliwack this week. Operators of Teskey Road Recovery House requesting an extension to their temporary use permit. UFE closely monitoring the coronavirus outbreak progress locally and worldwide. Chilliwack's Brie Skonberg heading back to the Junos. And rain, wind, sunshine, snow, rain. I'm feeling verklempt. Make up your mind, Mother Nature. Thanks for watching. We are committed to providing local news and news that impacts our local audience from Harrison to Garrison, Greendale to Hope, and everywhere in between, including Agassiz, Rosedale, Squeala First Nation, Fairfield Island, Ryder Lake, Chiacton First Nation, Yarrow, and downtown Chilliwack. Our very special guest this week, Debora Green in her chillTV Maritime travel segment. And Katie McKay is back with What's on Chilliwack for February. And seated to my left, Doug Wickers, our guest anchor. Welcome to the show. Now, all right, let's get started, Chilliwack. The atmospheric river, or the Pineapple Express, wreaked havoc last weekend. Hydro went out for almost 20,000 people in the valley, most of them in the Chilliwack area. And starting last Friday, the rains caused a slide on Promontory. That closed the route to the top of the hillside. Floods shut down the Canada-U.S. border at Sumas. Hydro went out when power lines along Chilliwack Central Road and Vetter, near the Vetter Bridge to Cultus Lake, were toppled, which also resulted in closures of the major north-south arterial for several hours. Teapot Creek in the Cultus Lake Provincial Park flooded over. Close to 500 people were stranded at the Sasquatch Mountain Resort when Hemlock Valley Road washed out. Choppers at $150 a person were able to shuttle people off the mountain. And then on Monday, 175 vehicles were escorted down the Hemlock Valley Road Mountainway in a single-lane convoy from Sasquatch Resort. And it's still going to take a few days for crews to rebuild the two-lane road up and down the mountainside. About a kilometer of road was destroyed by the weekend rain.
January was certainly soggy. Roger Pennant from Environment Canada told chillTV that for January 2020, the rain total was 361 millimeters, or 37% above normal. The wettest January since 2011 with 387 millimeters. And the wettest January on record was 545 millimeters in 1953. And for the record, the two eldest groundhogs, Punxsutawney Phil and Wyerton Willie, both predict an early spring. There are a few other weather-predicting rodents, but we always go to the two veterans. As expected, the BC River Forecast Centre issued a local high stream flow advisory. Be mindful of the fast-flowing rivers and unstable riverbanks.
This week at Chilliwack City Council, the operators of Teskey Road Recovery House asked that their temporary use permit be extended, in short, allowing them to help men recover from drugs and alcohol. This is a first and second stage facility. The house is in a residential neighborhood, and therefore a TUP for the 10 residents must be approved every so often through council. The program is 12-step based with an on-site counselor who provides daily client support through individual and group sessions, and there is a zero tolerance policy in effect, no exceptions. They did receive approval 3 years with a 3-year extension, 6 years in total.
UFE continues to closely monitor the coronavirus outbreak and evolving health situation in BC and worldwide. Although Vancouver Coastal Health has identified BC's first case of the virus, the BC Provincial Health Officer states the risk to the BC public remains low. The Public Health Agency of Canada is also reporting the risk to Canadians and Canadian travelers as low. In a media release, UFE stated that if you are concerned you may have come in contact with the coronavirus or have flu-like symptoms, you're encouraged to contact your local doctor and health office. If you have traveled to Wuhan, China, and have developed symptoms of the infection, you should avoid contact with others and contact your doctor. And when we return, a local chanteuse heads to the Junos.
Chilliwack's Brie Skonberg is once again among the nominees for the Juno Awards. To be held in Saskatoon for their 49th anniversary, Skonberg won the Vocal Jazz Album of the Year back in 2017, but she didn't repeat in 2018. For 2020, she's nominated again for Vocal Jazz Album of the Year for the release Nothing Ever Happens. Brie took piano lessons in elementary school in Chilliwack, actually it was East Chilliwack in Strathcona, switching to trumpet in her early teens, and she was a graduate from Chilliwack Secondary School.
The annual Health and Wellness Show is the largest health and wellness-focused event in the Fraser Valley, featuring over 200 exhibitors. It is an opportunity to market directly to thousands of health-conscious guests from the Lower Mainland. This year, the show is at TradeX in Abbotsford on March 14th and 15th. Over 200 exhibitors from the health and wellness industry are ready to help you reach your health and wellness goals. If you want to be an exhibitor, you can get more information from their website.
Canada Day sounds so far away, but the organization for the event starts now. The City of Chilliwack has an independent event contractor call-out, and they're looking for contractors to fill several positions to help make this year's Canada Day celebrations the best ever. These range from coordinating activities for the stage, food concessions, and wrangling volunteers. The deadline for applications is Friday, 4 o'clock, through the City of Chilliwack website.
Oscar Arfman was eventually sentenced to a mandatory 25-year term before parole. That is the longest prison term that can be handed out for first-degree murder. Abbotsford Police Department Constable John Davidson's family read gut-wrenching victim impact statements at the U.S. Supreme Court on Monday. And now, a bit more from our top story, the weather. A state of emergency was issued for the District of Kent after all the rain. On Monday, the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, the District of Kent, and Emil Anderson Construction continued to clear debris, divert water flows, and clear the slide areas on Rockwell Drive. The District of Kent is working with provincial authorities and engineering staff to try to restore the potable water system. Mayor Sylvia Pranger told chillTV, "We anticipate 2 or 3 weeks of construction if all goes well. If the weather cooperates and our materials arrive on time, we will be ready to move forward. Our primary concern remains the safety of residents and on-site workers." And now, Don with the chillTV Sports Report.
chillTV Sports, Canada's national women's soccer team securing its spot in the semifinals of the 2020 CONCACAF Women's Olympic Qualifying Championship in Edinburgh, Texas, not Scotland, with a 9-0 win over Jamaica. This was on Saturday. Chilliwack teenager Jordan Huddema netted 5 goals for Canada. The Canadians have won both of their games in the tournament so far by a combined score of 20-0 after they beat St. Kitts and Nevis 11-0 on Wednesday. Canada will play Mexico on Tuesday, and a win or a tie will secure the team top spot in Group B. Even with the rain last weekend, playdowns continued at the Hope Curling Club, where members Deb McKinney and Terry Ford advanced to the final Curl BC mixed doubles playdown for the remaining 2 berths for the provincial championship. The Curl BC Mixed Doubles Provincial Championship is also at the Hope Curling Club end of the month, February 26th to March the 1st. Chilliwack Minor Lacrosse looking for sponsors for the upcoming lacrosse season. Financial support from local companies, no matter how big or small, helps the association grow and give back to the community. This year, they're offering player, team, and association sponsorship packages, some including year-round signage at Twin Rinks. With Calista Espinoza and Jason Baines leading the way, the UFE wrestling squad turned in an outstanding collective performance at their annual home tournament, the Cascades Classic. Up next for the Cascade Wrestlers, the Canada West Championships this weekend in Calgary. The BC Board of Governors holding its semi-annual meeting back on January 23rd, they did approve a new configuration for the 2021 season. 2 conferences, Coastal and Interior. The new Cranbrook Bucks will be in the Interior Conference. Chilliwack will be in the Coastal Conference. Again, it starts next season. And when we return, Deborah Green with chillTV's Maritime Travel Report. And later on, Katie McKay with What's on Chilliwack for February.
there is nothing better than travel, and when you travel for free, you've hit the jackpot. It is possible to travel and get your trip for just the taxes. All it takes is to gather a group of your closest friends and family, and you'll earn your trip for free. Whether it's a wedding anniversary or just a gathering of family and friends, it is possible to get yourself there and possibly multiple people there for next to nothing. Destination weddings are all the rage these days. Hop on a plane to a beautiful beach destination with your wedding guests and let an experienced wedding planner take care of all the arrangements for you. Stay at an all-inclusive resort with all the amenities to make your day magical and unforgettable. Resorts have a wedding department full of experienced wedding planners to ensure every detail and request is looked after for you. All you have to do is show up and be wowed. All properties will offer what I like to call a kickback for booking a group. The kickback starts as low as every 6th room or 12th passenger booked. To give you an idea of what this looks like, I have an example. A recent wedding group to the Dreams Villa Magna in Puerto Vallarta had 8 rooms booked, and the bride and groom received a credit of $2,200 towards their booking. Cruising is another way to earn a free spot or kickback. Cruising is very popular for anniversary trips, as they tend to be multi-generational and have something for everyone to enjoy on board. Most cruise lines will offer 16th passenger free, so that means book 8 cabins and you'll get 1 free spot. I've worked with many couples celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary and have taken all their kids and grandkids on an Alaska cruise with great success. I had a recent anniversary group travel in 2019 with 11 cabins booked. The couple received $1,828 back towards their costs. The best value out there for free travel is on river cruising. Most of the river cruise company will offer you 11th passenger free. That means you only need to book 5 cabins to take advantage of this one. We all have 10 friends we can convince that a bucket list trip down the Danube in Europe is a good idea. So what do you need to know to get started? And how do you start planning a group trip? It really is very easy. If you're thinking of a cruise group, you'll want to start planning 18 to 24 months in advance. Cruise lines bring out their best pricing early, and when we block group space, it locks in your pricing. So if the pricing goes up, we can still get the lower rate, and if the rate goes down, not to worry, we usually have access to that as well. If you're thinking about a beach vacation with your closest friends, then 12 months out is a good time to start looking. Once you've selected your cruise or package, all you need to do is get the word out and leave the rest up to the experts. There are other bonuses to group travel as well. Some cruise lines or tour companies will offer you a discount for booking the group, so everyone booking enjoys this perk. Others will offer you perks such as prepaid gratuities, shipboard credits, or free seat selection. This free travel is available to anyone. You don't have to be celebrating a special occasion or even to know up front who's going to join you. Just choose your dream vacation and start inviting everyone you know to come along.
Hello everyone, I'm excited to be back on this monthly chillTV segment, What's On in Chilliwack. I'm your host, Katie McKay with What's On Chilliwack magazine. I'm both relieved and excited because the next issue for March and April has just gone for print and we will have it in our hands at the end of this month to see what's going on. Of course, I'll be here again in the first week of March to share the upcoming events with you, so make sure you follow this page to find out more information. The ongoing events at the libraries in town for kids and teens continue on. We have reading buddies at the Chilliwack and Yarrow libraries, parent-child Mother Goose and infant massage are at the Sardis Library, and the Man in the Moon Story Times and Picture Book Club are at the Chilliwack Library. Check out their website for more information. Events at the Chilliwack Cultural Center include Country Icons, The Red Violin, and Forever Plaid. The comic strippers are also back to Chilliwack, and they are semi-dressed and completely unscripted. Now, I know you parents might be equally excited and nervous for this, but Bob's and Lola will be here on February 17th. Make sure you check out the Cultural Center website to find out more information on each of these shows and how to get your tickets. Now, this is another favorite of mine personally, and I referred to it, one of their services, as my nap chair in the last segment. Luna Float has special couples Valentine's tandem float event, and it's such an incredibly relaxing experience. I can highly recommend this. Now, one event that I didn't realize happened, so I'm very happy to have discovered this, is that the Chilliwack Hospice Society regularly puts on events. One that they have coming up on February 20th is an education workshop titled Financial Health and Decision Making Workshop with Ed Kay from Waterstone Law Group. Now, there are 3 events that I hope to see you all at the end of the month. And as always, come and find me to take a picture with me. On February 21st, we have Live to Lead, which is a way to invest in what gives you the greatest return. It's an annual event broadcast from Atlanta, Georgia to Chilliwack and hundreds of communities around the world. It's an event meant to bring the best leadership teaching to intentional, active leaders everywhere. Our Chilliwack event is brought to you by local leaders who are also proud to have a local speaker join us for this year's event. On February 22nd, as part of the Inclusion Cup Tour, the CSCL Chilliwackers are thrilled to host the Toronto Maple Leafs alumni at the Chilliwack Coliseum at 7 p.m. For more information or to purchase your tickets, visit www.cscl.org. Last but certainly not least, we have the Fraser Valley Women's Expo on February 28th, 29th, and March 1st. It's the ultimate girls' day out where you can experience great shopping at over 200 exhibits. You'll get free samples, free makeovers, fashion shows, workshops, business resources, health and wellness advice, fantastic prizes, and much, much more. And check out their speaker lineup because you might recognize someone in particular. As always, I'm excited to share this series with you to show you all of the amazing things that are coming to Chilliwack for the coming month. This has been Katie with What's On in Chilliwack, and we'll see you again next month.
And this just in, rumors abounded this week when in Vancouver and cities around North America, tongues began showing up on billboards around town, and confirmed just this morning, the Rolling Stones will be appearing May 12th at BC Place Stadium. Tickets go on sale February the 12th for the early birds and Valentine's Day for the rest. And now Vancouver is the only Canadian date this time around. So if you want to see them, consider this being, well, the last time, pardon the pun. Doug, are you going to go to the show?
It's a definite maybe.
Okay, well, I'll hold some tickets anyway. chillTV weather, now that the atmospheric river and another blast of snow have come and gone, it's back to February rain for the next few days and the highs near 6. Thanks for joining us this week, and thanks to our guest this week, Debora Green, in our chillTV Maritime Travel segment, and Katie McKay with February's edition of What's on Chilliwack, and of course, my co-anchor, Doug Wickers. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, Doug. You're very involved with Rotary.
This month marks my 27th year as a member of the Rotary Club of Chilliwack, but I've been involved in very many community groups, including 40 years with the Chilliwack Players Guild, have sung with many different choirs, and of course sports, coaching children. But I am the realtor's worst nightmare, because when I moved to Chilliwack in 1975, I bought a house and I'm still there.
Whoops. Hey, if you'd like to share the spotlight, even if you've never been on camera before, send us a note to news@chilltv.ca with your CV, and if you have it, links to your video. And if there's something in Chilliwack and the Fraser Valley you feel we should be reporting on, again, send us an email to the same address, news@chilltv.ca. That's the news this week. I'm Don Lehn.